What's happening, party people? We're going to get started by, of course, doing me a favor, hitting that like button, hitting that thumbs up, and you are not going to believe this, but I have lost an entire week. Feel like I've played an April Fool's joke on myself. I'm supposed to be back here in Texas to do our marriage ceremony on April 26th. And yesterday, it hit me that I have about 10 days, which is basically about 4 days of work days left, 5 at the most. And somehow I thought I had 2.5 weeks instead of 1.5 weeks. So all that work schedule I was giving you guys, man, that is not going to happen. I'm still going to go out to Vegas tomorrow. Probably work in the Vegas area Thursday and Friday. And Saturday, I'm going to go to Southern Cal for Saturday and Sunday working. And Monday, it's a 2-day drive from Southern Cal to here. So all day Monday, 12 hours of driving. All day Tuesday, 12 hours of driving. So I can be back here and have a functional day Wednesday, Thursday, and then our marriage ceremony is going to be on Friday. So, man, I am not going to be able to keep that schedule that I thought I was keeping. I mean, I was popping off those areas, and that is not going to happen. I said all that to say this. I'm going to work in Vegas a couple days, Southern Cal a couple days, and then I got to head back here. I don't know how I lost a whole week. I just wasn't doing the math. Need to go back to elementary school. Besides that, today's clips, I was in Seattle working on the S60R. We pulled the head off of it, started doing the valve stem seals. Tomorrow, in that video, we'll probably finish that up. Hopefully, I think in that video. But I just want to give you a reminder that at the end of the video and in the description area, there's links to the detailed videos to do the things that I briefly brush over in these daily videos. You know, these hanging out with Robert videos are by request by the viewers. They wanted me to give them kind of like a daily video of things I do, and some of these videos have really good information in there because I figure things out different. I put tips and tricks in there, and you can get good information out of those videos, but the detailed step-by-step videos are linked at the end, and they're linked in the description area. I just wanted to remind you all of that. If you're new to Volvos, make sure you watch the new Volvo owner video and watch the video about how to find my videos so you can learn how to find the good detailed videos of how to do things. Other than that, I am out of time. Catch you later. Thanks for watching. Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert. That's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you could click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Here we are, about to tear this apart on this S60R. He's already got some of it done. We did the timing belt a couple years ago, 176. For some reason, we put 2 stickers on there. We did everything. So we're going to inventory parts, finish pulling this head off, and get cracking on this valve stem seal job. First thing we're going to do is set the timing, and then get something to store these screws in and rip all these bolts out of this cam cover after we take the timing belt loose, because timing belt's pretty much new. We're going to reuse it. Left the serpentine belt on. Got the timing belt loose, got all these bolts broke loose, getting the cam sensors off the back and that top engine mount bracket off the back. Then we're going to take all the exhaust manifold bolts out, stuff a rag in the turbo.
Yeah, that'll fit.
Yeah, we're gonna break that bolt loose out of that hub and that hub, back that out so we get the cam cover off without hitting those two bolts. There we go. We got the cam cover off without pulling these sprockets loose because we loosened these two screws here that was on top. Almost missed a bolt that was down in here. Started trying to massage the cover up, wouldn't come up. Had that bolt tucked under that VVT sensor, so you probably pop those off, make it a little easier. Now we want to lift the cams out and keep the lifters in order so we don't have to do a valve adjustment, because this should be 6mm valves, we believe, and solid lifters, so we're gonna need to keep those in order. Mark the lifters just in case we bump into something. It may wipe off easy, but that's called E for effort. Got that 10mm out there, the banjo off the side over there, and cracked it loose down there. We're ready to lift this out. Lifted the head up and out. It helps when you get these two bolts out of the water pipe. With those in, it's very difficult, as in not coming out. But anyway, that's the head gasket. Solid piece there. You can see the cross hatching still in the cylinder walls. You want to double check your timing on your crank. This is not top dead center. It's just close. I think it's actually on the downstroke when you get it right. But anyway, some people shim these blocks because they want them to be harder. If you notice on these corners, they get a little thinner than they are out here. So that's where they typically crack at when people crack one, and you get misfires. So if you're going to shim a block, now's the time to do it. And you can see some of the coolant down in there, and you want to drain your coolant before you pull your head. That reduces the chance of getting coolant down in your cylinder head bolts, but sometimes it still gets in there, so you want to blow those out before you put your head back on. You could check, make sure this is true, make sure your block is true, make sure your head is true before you go back together. All this stuff should be true. We didn't have any problems, and we carefully took the bolts out, staggering them in the pattern. But like I said, it's always a good idea to put a straight edge on it, or have a shop put a straight edge on it when you go back in. If you didn't have a blown head gasket, it should not be a problem. So that's it. We're gonna pull these valves out and replace the valve stem seal. And this stuff cleans off the pistons pretty easy. I never noticed the arrow on the piston pointing towards number 1, and these grooves are machined in the piston to help with valve clearance. And you can clean this up, get it ready to go back together. That's just wiped off with no detergent or nothing, just with a rag. You can always do a compression test before you pull the head off. That's always a good idea, but it's not mandatory. Back from our tool run for our valve compression spring tool, and from lunch, about to pull a valve. See a little bit of carbon buildup back here, and we are after the valve stem seals. There it is, burning oil through those valve stem seals. Pull one.
Is that okay?
Man, Harbor Freight had the tool for the job, completing the task at hand. Go Harbor Freight. All the valves are out. All the valve stem seals are out. Was a little bit surprised to see that these springs are color coded. So maybe not this one. I seen orange paint and green paint on them. This one looks like it's dirty, but orange paint here, green paint here on most of these valves, springs. See it there? Orange paint and green paint. Got them all out. Intake valves are relatively clean as normal. Exhaust valves have carbon buildup on them as normal. Clean the carbon off if you can. Definitely want to lap the valves to get the carbon off the seats, and then lap them in their respective holes so they can seat good. I never try to clean all the carbon out of there. You could put a vacuum cleaner on one side and run a wire wheel in there if you want. Try to clean some carbon out there. The intake ports are really clean, so that's good. And we're going to clean this up, wipe it down, reinstall these valves with new valve stem seals, keep it moving. You also want to replace these spark plug well seals. The Volvo ones seem to be a little small. Aftermarket ones seem to drop in fine. We got the Volvo ones. We're going to see if they fit. If not, we'll switch to the aftermarket ones. We are done for the day. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 halves clean. Out of 10. These 10 are going to be hard. These 10 will be quick. Then we're going to lap them. We got to pick up some lapping compound tomorrow morning. Let's go. Whoop, whoop. I'm going to put number 13 in the transmission fluid to soak. See if that lets that stuff knock off any quicker. I love you, Seattle. Thank you. That's it for today. If you need me, call or text. I appreciate you all watching. Thanks for your support. Have a great day.